And hello once again, grain traders. I'm meteorologist Sean Sublett for Crop Profit. Time for the forecast of the forecast, discussion and verification for this Monday, June 16th, 2025. We rewind back to Friday. We looked at the forecast of the forecast, meaning the probability that the ECMWF ensemble mean would come in warmer or cooler than normal this Monday morning. You go back to Friday, we had this very dominant warm signal from the front range of the Rockies all the way across the core of the Corn Belt from Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana, and back to the Middle Atlantic. And you see a little area of this gray here showing not a lot of signal one way or the other. And the cooler than normal probabilities shunted a lot farther south into deep South Texas. We look at the actual model, the ECMWF ensemble mean this Monday morning. It does pick up on that cool signal from central and southern Texas, but these areas where we did not have much signal have actually come in warmer than normal, and that warmer than normal pattern does extend all the way northward into the wheat belt of North Dakota and into Montana. So warmth really is the dominant signal here. Into week 2, days 8 to 14, there's a similar theme, again, going back to how the forecast of the forecast from Friday looked, a 40 to 50% probability the model would come in warmer than normal from the front range, again, across a good part of Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana, and all the way to the Middle Atlantic. Absence of signal here farther northward, one way or the other, through the Dakotas, and then extending farther southward toward the Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast has come in warmer than normal. The rest of that central part of that signal, if you will, also came in warmer than normal, but a little bit of a miss here, as the model is coming in cooler than normal for North Dakota and a lot of South Dakota and adjacent locations into Minnesota. And shifting now to precipitation, going back to Friday, the forecast of the forecast for the ECMWF ensemble mean for Monday morning, suggesting a 40 to 50% likelihood that the model was going to come in wetter than normal through the central Ohio Valley and extending southward to the Tennessee Valley, where soybeans have still been lagging a bit because the soils have been so wet, and also a wetter than normal signal in probabilities, 40, 50, as much as 60% farther northward, and this narrow area kind of in between where there wasn't much signal at all, and that has actually come in drier than normal in the actual forecast from about Cleveland, let's say through Dayton, Indianapolis, Springfield, back down to the north side of St. Louis and south of Kansas City. But that wetter than normal signal did hold in the model right along the immediate part of the Ohio River Valley into adjacent parts of Kentucky. It was a little more of a miss, though, across the Dakotas. It's coming in much drier than normal through the central part of South Dakota. Into week 2, the forecast of the forecast from Friday showing a 40% probability of drier than normal conditions across most of the Dakotas and extending all the way into North Texas, and a lot less signal elsewhere, with the exception of down here across the Mid-South and down toward North Florida. That area has actually come in drier than normal on the forecast this morning, and the wetter than normal signal is actually showing up now for the Dakotas, the let's say eastern parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and extending into the Corn Belt. So a little bit more of a miss here along the immediate front range in the plains with regard to Friday, but elsewhere not too bad of a call farther northward toward the Great Lakes. Don't forget to join us for the grain market weather webinar for July. That is coming Wednesday, July 16th, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Go to the website cropprofit.com to sign up, and we will talk to you again on Friday with a new forecast of the forecast for next week.